Hey guys, hello, hello. So this upcoming week in the General Assembly should be big. At least we hope it should be big. We're expecting two, hopefully three veto overrides that will protect girls, will protect women, will protect children. So women and children used to be considered our most vulnerable population, right? But yeah, and not so much anymore. But kind of dovetailing in with the Youth Protection Act, the Parental Rights Bill that hopefully will see a veto override vote, and the Girls in Sports Act. I just wrote a story, published it last week, on the three things that Republicans need to do to maintain dominance in the state during the next elections. I mean, we are viewed as, on a national level, we're viewed as the brand that is fighting against this woke nonsense. Chief among the battles that we have is to protect children from predators, be they in the classroom or in the operating room or the clinic, right? And so that's kind of our branding that is polled very well if we're looking at purely political stuff. And so these are the three things that are going on in North Carolina that needs to be tightened up ASA yesterday, not only with rhetoric, but with action. So the first one is allowing doctors to treat children of any age for mental maladies from the age of 0 and up. This is really important because Republicans, especially in the legislature, seem to be absolutely hell-bent on putting psychiatric clinics in every single school. This has been underway since way before COVID. So the nonsense that, wow, since COVID, we really need mental health, blah, blah, blah. That's bull. It's been going on for a while. But there are mental health clinics in a lot of schools now. And what can happen is doctors via Zoom or even at the school or therapists can see children without the knowledge or consent of parents at any age. Now, I don't know whether that's there are policies against that at various districts or et cetera, or I don't know if there are many doctors that would do that, but they can. We've heard of some that have. And so we need to make sure that the age of consent is 18. Now, just to give you a little example, California, the age of consent is 12. Massachusetts, another liberal state, the age of consent is 12. New York, the minor consent law is at 16. So you've got some far left states politically that are more buttoned up about parental rights than we are here in North Carolina. So again, Republicans, if you're going to talk about parental rights, you need to follow it up. Now, if we pass the parental rights bill, or excuse me, if we override Cooper's veto on the parental rights bill, that's going to help some. So we're going to need to have protections in place for parents to be alerted to what's going on. Dovetailing along with that is having private health records for children 12 and up. And this means that, for instance, my daughter's 12, and I had to have special permission to have access to her online medical records. What in the living, breathing hell is that? It's insane, and it should be completely outlawed. But you know who loves this? The medical lobby. So the AMA, the very far left, progressive North Carolina Medical Society, and others, they love it. They love making sure that their private customer is your child. There are even doctors that shush the parents out of the exam room at the age of 12 and up. This is unacceptable, and it must be outlawed. We need to tighten that up. So other states, South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, southern states, you know, it's 18 and up. We need to have laws in keeping with what that is. We as parents deserve to have a right to seeing what's happening with our child and healthcare decisions. And again, the third one is, just like I said, giving doctors and therapists unfettered access to children in the classroom. There are many districts now that have the capability to do Zoom visits with doctors from ECU and Duke, the very places you would never want your child to be seen without you. There's capabilities to do that. So if we could trust the medical community, we can't, but if we could trust them, Maybe it would be great to have children checked for, I don't know, hearing ailments or vision or things like that, right? That have a direct bearing on learning. That's not what's happening. Children can be diagnosed with and treated for gender dysphoria behind the backs of parents. Who is doing that? Who's at least at minimum aiding and abetting it? Republicans. Why do I pick on Republicans? Number one, who has control of the legislature, the General Assembly? Republicans. And in this state, the lion's share of the control on educational policies at the top happens to be with the General Assembly. That's just the way the state's set up. Number two, the Republican Party purports to be the expert, right, in protecting families. That's their messaging. Well, allowing these things to happen kind of runs afoul of what their messaging is. So those are the two main reasons we are, messaging to the party that's in control to do that. By the way, these aren't uniquely popular ideas just for Republicans. They're also wildly popular with Democrats. People do not like the idea of them not having control of their children. People don't like the idea of the government wanting to raise their child rather than the family. So these policies are anti-family, and Republicans, we've got to do something about them right away. So keep taking to the bully pulpit, politicians, keep doing that, but we've got to close these loopholes. All right. So share this video, share it with 5 other people, share the article. I'm going to put it right down here. Here's the link. Share this, because these are 3 ideas that I'm telling you, home run with everybody. Nobody wants the government involved in our families and in our households. Thank you.